Hello and welcome to month number 15 of the Dollar Building Block program. I am so excited to share this month's block with you. We are busy preparing all of the wonderful tent sale items around the store. A million bolts of fabric and kits and pre-cuts and notions and all the bits. So I am so excited to share this Crazier and Crazier block with you using the 6-inch Crazy block set by Creative Grids. We are going to start by watching a tutorial from Creative Grids in order to be able to understand how to accomplish the cutting and preparation for this block, and then we'll come back.
Hi, I'm Karen Montgomery, and today we're going to talk about the new Scrap Crazy 6-inch template set. You may already be familiar with the original 8-inch template set that had 3 templates that work together to make an 8-inch Crazy Patch style block. The new set is a 6-inch set, and you have 4 templates, and they work together to make a 6-inch finished block. The templates in both sets are entirely unique, and they're all designed to help you use up your scrap fabrics. What we're going to do is we're going to cut out the first 4 pieces so we can make a basic block. I'm going to use my templates and cut out the fabrics. And I want the fabrics to be face up or pretty side up when we make the block. So I'm going to turn all of my pieces face up, and I'm going to cut 1 piece for each template in the block. Now before I sewed it together, the first thing that I'm going to check is the A template. The A template is actually an equilateral triangle, so that means it's the same on all 3 sides. And chances are when you cut that out, one of these sides is on the straight of grain. So I want to turn that fabric so that the straight of grain side is on the outside edge of my block. And then I'm going to stitch my A and B piece together. And because on the template set, you've already pre-trimmed your dog ears, these pieces are going to fit right back together again. So we're going to line that up like that, stitch from here to here, and then the C and the D piece can be stitched together like this. Once those 2 pieces are done, you can press your seam, and it doesn't matter what direction you press your seam because nothing's ever going to meet. So we're ready to do our 3rd and final seam. 4 pieces, 3 seams, and your block is done. So when I line this up like this, I can stitch from here to here. When I open this up, my block will be complete. Now my completed block is going to look like this, and I can join it together with a series of other blocks so that I can make anything from a table runner up to a full-size quilt. This piece that's right here is, we call it semi-formal, and the quilt itself was done with 25 6-inch blocks. The blocks are put together from scrap fabric in random order, and then once they were assembled, we went back and used our sewing machine and a decorative stitch and embroidery thread to embellish some of the seams.
Okay, what a fabulous introduction. So we have these 4 ruler pieces right here. A, B, C, D, and then this is E for an optional top to your triangles that you would cut these off, and then you would cut an extra piece right here to have 5 pieces. We've only included 4 fabric strips in your kits. You're going to, if you're going to add that, then you'll just have to do that separately. You'll have extra fabric to be able to cut from. So you're going to lay once you've Material Magicked all your fabric, you'll see that it's really stiff right here. Once you do all of that, then you need to lay all of your fabrics on top of each other, right side up. That's really important as to not get mirror image pieces, especially on these ones. This one doesn't much matter, right? But these 3 definitely do because they have a specific direction that they need to lay. You'll see that on the rulers it shows you exactly the layout of all of your different pieces for your blocks. And then these I laid back in that same order. Obviously, we're not going to stitch these in the same different format, but what I'll do is we will peel off the different colors to be able to reveal these ones right here. So this will be like our first of 4 quadrants for this block. So we're going to take this and sew it to this, and this and sew it to this. And the fun thing is that you'll notice that when we put these together, like you saw in the video previously, these dog ears are cut off. So you just line it up even on the edge and sew with a 1/4 inch seam. So we're going to put 4 of these together and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, so once you've assembled your blocks, then you're going to choose an orientation for your blocks. They can be turned and swiveled into many different directions in order to create multiple patterns. Find the one that you like the best and stitch all 4 blocks together. Once we're done, you're going to take your 15-inch square of medium weight stabilizer and you're going to adhere it to the back of your blocks using 505 spray. Once we're done with that, we're going to meet back at the machine and show you how to do decorative stitching on all of our seams for our blocks. Perfect, so now I'm at my machine. What I've selected, I have an open toe foot. A clear foot would also work really well for this to be able to do the decorative stitching. I have a variety of different colors of decorative thread that match my chosen colorway block, and I've made this stitch a little bit bigger, so I've made it wider and a little bit longer so that it doesn't get hung up on anything. And I'm going to make sure that I start by putting my needle down into the seam line. This will ensure that I am centering this, but also starting in the correct position so that it doesn't go up anywhere. So, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead, do that. And my machine sets it very slow. So I'm just gonna go along, stitching along the seam line. This open toe foot, the number 20 on a Bernina, allows me to be able to have a very large field of vision. And you'll want to have adhered your piece of medium weight tearaway stabilizer on the back of your block in order to support those stitches. This gets torn away later. Once I get down to the bottom of the seam, I'm gonna cut and choose a different stitch, but look how fun that is. Adds so much beautiful dimension to our block. We can choose a different one and go along a different seam. I like working from the middle out so that it grows out rather than growing towards the center and creating a bubble or anything like that, no matter how well that you adhered the block to your stabilizer. Additionally, you will be wanting to use, since you're adhering your stabilizer with 505 spray, you'll be wanting to have your non-stick needle in your machine while doing this. And again, once we're done, we're gonna cut our threads. You can change threads throughout this. You can use all one thread, but then ultimately you'll want to start and go and stitch on all of the seam lines. Once you stitch on all the seam lines, then you'll carefully tear away the stabilizer from the back. Anything that's left inside the actual seam itself, like you'll see right here, will wash away once the quilt is completed because it's completely water soluble, degradable after you wash the complete residue, okay? This has been month 15, the very final block of the Dollar Building Block program. We are so thankful to every single one of you for participating in this program and honestly for your patience and support throughout all of this and our growing pains as we've completely expanded our business. We're so excited to have you as part of our family here at Cloth Studio and Going Batty. And we look forward to seeing you all for your finishing classes starting on August 10th. Everyone gets their first choice as far as in-person and virtual attendance. You will be receiving an email by August 1st for which course that is that you have been assigned to if you had filled out the form and purchased a finishing kit. All finishing kits will be shipped out prior to the first class in order for you to be able to have it ready and with you for completing the finishing course. This also includes backing kits for those that are participating virtually and ordered backing kits, and all people that are participating in in-person finishing classes on the 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st of August will receive their finishing kits in class along with their backing kits. We look forward to seeing you soon in August for the finishing course, as well as in September for either Dollar Building Block Back to Basics or Dollar Building Block Volume 2. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.